Everything good? Me good too, if you good. Now, people, I'm sure you guys heard about the Bling pastor. The pastor who is flashy. I think the pastor come from Brooklyn, New York. The pastor became popular. The same pastor get robbed in a church while they preach. That's the same pastor I'm talking about. The Bling pastor who is always wearing his name brand this and name brand that, the Gucci this and the Rolls Royce and all of that family. See? So here's a pastor get locked up yesterday. There are a whole bunch of stuff pastors shouldn't get involved in. Me do a video a couple days ago, I talk about we black folks. You know how we like to show off with this and that and pretty things, shiny objects. This pastor was one of them. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning. So the Bling pastor, the one I don't know him. Yeah. You know I see him? See him there, man. See him there. Remember? You don't know him? See him there. Him get arrested. Yeah, man, the same man will get arrested, them robbing our church. The same pastor get arrested. So I read it. I read some of it for you guys so you guys can understand. This is out of CNN. This is taken from the book of CNN. Brooklyn pastor who was robbed while preaching, charged with wire fraud and lying to the FBI in unrelated case. The flashy jewelry flaunting Brooklyn pastor, who reported being robbed while preaching in his church this past summer, was arrested on federal charges Monday, unrelated to the July incident, for allegedly defrauding a parishioner, trying to extort a businessman, and lying to the FBI, according to a federal indictment. Lamar Whitehead, the 45-year-old pastor, who goes by Bishop, was charged with attempted extortion, and making a material false statement, the U.S. Attorney Office of Southern District of New York announced. He faces up to 65 years in prison for his alleged crimes. As the pastor of Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministry, Whitehead allegedly defrauded one of the parishioners out of $90,000 from a retirement saving over the course of at least 14 months. Beginning April 2020, according to the indictment, the document said Whitehead told the parishioner he would use her money to help her buy a home and invest the rest of the money, but instead use it to purchase thousands of dollars of luxury goods and clothing for his own purpose. When you saw the pastor role, the court document says, and never return the money despite her request. This spring, Whitehead allegedly attempted to convince a businessman to loan him about $500,000 and grant him a stake in real estate transaction in exchange for obtaining favorable actions by the New York City government. That would make him the millions, something the pastor knew he could not obtain. The indictment says earlier this year, he also allegedly used threats of force against the same businessman to extort $5,000 from him. Further, Whitehead allegedly told the FBI agents who were executing a search warrant that he had only one phone, but the indictment states he had a second phone that he used, including to text a message in which he described to as my other phone. Call like me, my other phone. The indictment states Whitehead appeared in court Monday and was released on a $500,000 personal recognizance bond, accordance to the attorney office spokesman Nicholas Bias. So basically, him get him own station bail. That's what happened here. As we allege today, Lamar Whitehead abused the trust placed in him by parishioner, bullied a businessman for $5,000, then tried to defraud him of far more than that, and lied to federal agent U.S. Attorney Damian Williams said in a statement, his campaign of fraud and deceit stops now. Whitehead attorney Don Florio denied the allegation against Whitehead. Bishop Lamar Whitehead is not guilty of these charges Florio told CNN, "We are vigorously defending these accusations, and we feel he is being targeted and being turned into a villain from a victim, a controversial pastor with extravagant tastes." Back in July, Whitehead said he was the victim of a robbery in which at least one masked and armed man entered Whitehead's church and took jewelry from him and his wife, according to a separate federal indictment. Part of the incident was captured on live stream video from inside the church that showed Whitehead put his hands up and complied with the gunman's demand. He reported that the stolen jewelry was worth more than $1 million, raising questions as how and why the pastor obtained or flaunted such display of wealth. Boy, them a pastor take them easy. Lord of the... In September, 2 men were indicted by federal charges for the alleged roles in the armed robbery, while a third defendant remains at large, according to the Department of Justice. Juan Anderson, 23, and Saquon Pollock, 24, pleaded not guilty to the charges, and the trial date is set for July, according to federal court records. Whitehead verified Instagram account details his extravagant shows of wealth, including Louis Vuitton emblazoned suits, large jewelry, and bright-colored sport cars. In a video posted shortly after the robbery, he pushed back against the media headlines referring to him as flashy. People, the rest of it is in CNN. So the pastor get locked up, people. You know? And but the pastor here, well, you know that this pastor have a history. Because the pastor went to prison already for similar stuff. He went to prison for similar stuff. Understand it. It was during his stay in prison, his time in prison, in allegedly turned Christian, turned pastor, and he come out and as you can see, the pastor flashy, non-stop, big old broad necklace. You see him with pictures with a rap artist, like he want to be a rap star so bad. And now we see how the pastor a living life. So now you know the rest of the story with Pastor Lamar. So all you guys, you know this man, you know. The same pastor will get arrested, robbed while in a church. And the same pastor would assault a woman in a church. It was like drama follow the pastor. Drama after drama after drama. It is alleged that his house is foreclosed on. He owe a lot of bills. He's in debt. That me I read that for social media. And despite all of that, you still see the pastor a living best life. Well decked out in name brand suits. So that's in our culture as black people, that's what we do. And it doesn't matter where in the world you live as a black person, that's what we do. We go out and we get extravagant. We spend our money on shiny objects. We spend our money different from things that the whites, the Chinese, and the Indians spend their money on. We spend our money on all this stuff. And I did a video a couple days ago and I told you about rundown neighborhood where black people live. When you go down to a lot of these ghetto, no matter what country you live in. If you should go into these people's house and go into them closet, you'll be surprised the amount of expensive clothes that they have. But they can't fix a window at them house. They can't sweep up them yard. They can't buy a sheet of zinc, a piece of rusty zinc them have. They can't build a wall, a piece of patch up zinc and all out over the place and look so terrible. But at the same time, if you go down the house, you see the amount of name brand that them wear. Straight up name brand. Thousands and thousands of dollars with a name brand, jewelry, pearls, shoes, everything. Black people worldwide, that's who we are. So this pastor is no different. This pastor not teach nothing different. He not teach the black people to think otherwise. This pastor is flashy. And then you see the rest of the story with this man right here. So, hey. So him say, you know, if found guilty, pastor can go back to prison. Remember I said me there prison. You know? So if this man is found guilty, pastor can go to prison for 65 years. Bishop Whitehead. So, you know, like I said, hey, you live a life. So let me show you who's Bishop Whitehead one more time. If you guys are asked who's up, see him there? See him there, people, look at him good. Flashy as hell. Man, flashy bad man. What you talk about, man? Him necklace, him not stop us, people. What I don't know. This a man a necklace to stop us, you know. Him man a stop, this a man a jewel when I wear him car and Rolls Royce and something. You see him drop down and drop top, you know. This a man not, hey, the man a well dressed, you know, family. Not even rap stars dress like him, you know. Not even rap stars can dress like the bishop. Come I tell you, so the bishop put on and roll out, you know. And the Gucci thing. Hey, take it past here now, man. But anyway, people, that's all I have to say at this pastor this morning. Pastor Bishop Whitehead is in jail, get bail. And, you know, tell me what you think in the comment section about this man of God. See him there in a Gucci shoe. See him there appear. Look at him. Appear. Look at it. Look at it. He Gucci jacket. Appear heavy road. People, the man are road. You see man, the man has so much jewelry till man come to church, come take it off of the pastor. Man come to church, come rob the pastor while him a preach. They say if this other brother who come to church, come rob pastor when pastor preach. Me never see that yet, family. But you know what? These day and age, because all kind of stuff going on, people. You know, all type of bogus pastor, bogus prophet, bogus this, bogus that. But guess what? God is not mocked. Remember that. God is not mocked. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Manners and respect.